up on Greek mythology.
Yeah, so much new Greek mythology is coming out.
Right. Odyssey Part 2.
Yeah. Or the prequel.
Homer.
Yeah. Anyway.
Anyways, if anything were to happen while us bringing him, I do have a ward that is very well at tracking.
That would help, certainly. Can I see this ward?
Sure, let us go out into the courtyard.
Okay, she walks with you. Also, just for reference, at least since you've been on this plane, you have not seen the Centaur before.
Alright.
You might have seen them in your home plane, I don't know.
Twice only.
Okay. And your warg is rolling around in the grass.
Seems she's enjoying the party too.
Quite,
she enjoys the new people around.
Quite the beast.
Yeah, I still haven't named her yet, though.
It's a hard thing.
It is. Don't know what she would like.
I've heard some druids are able to speak with animals. Maybe if you learned how to do that, you could ask her yourself.
It's possible. I've been trying to read up on new magics around here.
It's a worthwhile endeavor. And knowing a bit of magic can go a long way.
Very much so, but swordplay is also very keen.
And she like holds out her hand and like it kind of glows white. Like, I'm a healer myself.
I just assumed I walked over to Valu's group.
Okay. And Valu and Raul are recounting the story of like the arena of how Raul's fight with Mumps, because it's just a great tale. Yeah. You can feel free to interject.
So, about that dwarf you almost had.
Hello, Tornado. I was glad to be invited.
Always good to have good company.
Yes, we were just telling him about him. What was his name?
Mumps.
Thought it was something ridiculous. You seen him lately?
From what I understood, he said he had to go somewhere. Something dire came up.
Well, certainly wouldn't be able to stop him. The fastest dwarf I've ever seen.
He's fast when he's drunk.
He's always drunk.
Yeah. Some of us figured, I think in one of his drunken stupors, which happens every time, he said if he ever sobered up, he died. Which we just took as a joke. Yes, he loves to joke around.
Yeah.
Should have seen when we first met up. He lost a fight.
Oh? To who?
To a curtain.
Excuse me?
He ran into a curtain, and the curtain won.
Raul laughs very loudly. And are you done talking with Dinah?
I'm just kind of showing her just how I do magic. I just like use magic to just move around the earth.
And she's very interested.
That's why I just move around the earth right now.
Where did you learn that?
Back in my hometown, it's just all elves, honestly. Some half elves when they come back home with a family.
What's the name of this town?
You know, I honestly don't remember. A lot has happened, and I've lost most of my memory of my hometown.
Oh dear, that's unfortunate.
It is, but I'm hoping that I'll get them back eventually. Through time and research, I think I'll be able to find it again.
Alright.
And I'm going to attempt to grow another rose bush.
Okay.
22.
Yeah, easily. Poof! Any color you want.
It's gonna be blue.
Okay. And she's very impressed.
I picked one up and handed to her.
Mm-hmm. This is very lovely.
Thank you. I hope you enjoy it.
I will. And she starts walking off back to the rest of the party.
Alright.
Uh,
I'm just gonna sit outside for a bit.
Okay.
So what do you guys know? New?
Well, know that a good chunk of the orcs are attacking, but pretty sure you've been getting the same missions as we have lately.
Protecting supply routes,
Yeah.
trade routes, keeping them secure. Though the last one was a little weird.
Yeah?
Well, because the first two were you get the orcs, but then the last one there was none at all.
What were they?
There was no one. There was no attack. It was strange.
And Ruhan speaks up. In that case, they might not have enough people to risk, or need some certain amount of people for something.
I chew on like the corner of my lip. Like it's like a magic. Like it's a nervous chew.
Yep.
Does anyone notice? Or do they notice? I should say.
They don't call you out on it if they do.
Oh, I look and go. I kind of lean in. New intel sprung up.
And Abuezu notices this, and she's just like, "I'll leave you to it," and walks off.
I kind of forgot she was right there.
Mm-hmm. And Kilcliff stumbles outside.
I'm here.
Hey,
Hello.
you're pretty.
So are you?
Thank you. Do you want to arm wrestle me?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Athletics check.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I rolled a 1.
Well, she rolled a 2, so better. Alright. And like, it's ridiculous because it's not like just a slam one way or the other. It's just like totally just like down. And like neither. And she's like, "Hoo! I won. Now you gotta kiss me."
I kissed her forehead.
No, you're cheating.
It's not cheating, you never said where.
Oh man. Again?
How about we play a game of dice?
Okay.
Oh, no.
And we'll switch back to you.
New intel came up. So
You'll figure out. You'll find out in a sec.
Yeah.
So the chieftain, I'm assuming you guys heard that we captured.
Yep.
No longer exists.
Mm.
Katrina over there and I got a little agitated.
Doesn't seem like you.
We blew his head off.
That really doesn't seem like you. What do you say?
A young necromancer and her sister have been captured. In other words...
And you see Ruhan almost drops his glass on the floor.
Careful there.
Your sisters, I assume.
We have asked the city not to interfere. Only interfere with supply routes. Their supply routes. Dad is mustering the elementalists as we speak. That is the reason he cannot be here. He is going out, calling out, and see if anyone can answer the call.
Oh dear. And Lulu steeples her fingers in it. I haven't seen the elementals those called together in many years. Last time it happened, there wasn't anything left of those who opposed them.
Yeah, we believe that a very specific necromancer clan is in the group. Well, Katrina and I believe. We believe it's the same one that partook in murdering of our mother. So, yeah.
Suppose we'll leave that in your hands.
Mm-hmm.
And leave the supply runs to us. And Raoul cracks his fingers.
I kind of figured he would crack the knuckles.
Some partying going on.
Right. But I would give more details, but honestly, this is a place of merry. We should be drinking the night away.
And they nod in agreement. Back to you. What'd you roll?
7.
7.
Roll again.
Okay.
12.
5.
Well, looks like I win.
What do you win?
I win a hug.
Yay! And she hugs you.
I'll take you back into the party in the stable. Hand her a blue rose.
Oh, this is so nice. And she goes to like put it in her hair, but she doesn't have any. And it just kind of like falls off her head.
I just chuckle and just like put my body on like one side of her and just somewhat stumble her into the room.
Okay. And the bugbear marker and sees you and is like, sorry about her. She enjoys parties quite a bit.
No, it's quite alright. Bit of fun, played some games. No harm done.
Good. And he walks up to you, and he's like a good bit taller than you.
Minstrels, please, give us a bit more of an upbeat tune. And it's Katrina talking.
And they do. And it's more of like a swing song.
Oops.
No, probably not that one.
Darn.
Don't worry, we'll get there.
We're halfway there.
Quick question, what were the names of those two again?
Abwezu and Paladin Dynoth. Abwezu is spelled A-B-Y-Z-O-U.
A-B-U-Y-A-Z-O-U.
A-B-Y-Z-O-U.
U-Y-Z.
Z.
Z.
And then
The Paladin.
Paladins was what?
Paladin Dynoth. D-I-N-O-T-H.
Had to write that down in your book.
Yeah.
She's out names and is trying to be better with that.
Okay.
I heard you're pretty good in the tournaments, huh?
Mm-hmm. Current champ.
What's your longest run?
2 years.
Very well. How long have you been running this?
In the city, 5 years. In general, 10.
You must be very well
No.
known around the regions.
Oh, yes. It's the fun part. Traveling, fighting. It's a good time.
Why do you not participate in war?
Not my people's business. As most of my kind are rather uncivilized. And he like straightens his coat, his like tuxedo jacket, and he's like, I try and do better.
I see. So you like to put the best out instead of the worst.
Absolutely.
Would you say you'd be the closest to an ambassador for your race then?
I suppose I don't try to.
Mingle in politics.
Yes, politics are more Miss Abwezu's. His font, not mine.
So besides the Colosseum, where do you spend your time then?
Oh, I enjoy the art galleries quite a bit, actually.
Who would you recommend to have art upon our walls here?
I'm afraid the wine's starting to get to me. Yeah. Perhaps I will send you a letter tomorrow with a recommendation.
Sounds very well. Well, I hope you're enjoying the party.
I am, thank you.
Yeah.
If you ever wish to fight me, feel free to come to the Colosseum.
Oh, I believe I will soon.
Grand. You look like you could be a fun fight.
Very much so.
And he takes another drink of his wine.
I walk away and leave him with his friend.
And he supports her and nods to Abuezu like that they're going to leave, and he starts leading her towards the door.
Alright.
Oh, sorry.
Anything before they leave?
No.
Alright. Alright.
In Tornado, you see a man in like wizard's robes, but they're like done up fancier, or like they've got gold edging and stuff. I've come up to you and like, oh sir, could I get a moment of your time?
By all means.
I am Vilar Roken, and the Magic District Senator. I've worked with your father on many occasions. Having trouble? There you go. I was wondering if your group could run a small errand for me. My friend, Camus Ulahorn, he just recently moved to the city from a place down south, a little village edge in the swampy area. Not a big fan, personally. And, well, his daughter left behind some toy of hers, and he has not been able to get her to calm down since they left it. I was wondering if I might be able to find someone who could go retrieve it.
I will talk with our group and see if we are able.
Alright, thank you. Just come by the district tomorrow if you wish to pursue it further. If not, no harm done. Thank you for your time.
Mm-hmm.
And by this time, the party's kind of petering out. Most of the senators have left by now. So now it's just Karnya, Vilu, and the rest of the nomads and the minstrels.
Alright.
Martin and his wife have left.
Yes, they have. And they said their goodbyes.
Katrina just walks up right behind me.
I guess when he's leaving after he says when he needs to?
Yep.
Alright.
Karnya smiles at you. I appreciate the invite.
Oh, not a problem. I was hoping that I'd get more chance to talk to you today than we already have.
What do you want to talk about?
I'm just gonna walk over here.
Okay.
Well, you see, I have this thing goes on with my eye, and it just shows me.
Is it why it looks so weird?
Yes, I don't know what it is. It was bewitched upon me when I was young, and I see. I call them auras around certain people, and yours is very distinguishable against others.
Oh, really?
Yes, I recognize it from my past, but I don't know what from.
She thinks for a moment, like, I know. I can tell you, but you'll have to promise not to let anyone else know. It's a close secret of mine.
Shall we go upstairs and talk about it?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. We'll just go upstairs into my room.
Okay, I'll text it to you.
Alright.
And would you like to... Where's my phone? And would you like to say anything to the nomads?
I see that we have dispersed a little. Senators have dispersed a little.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys are, because I can tell you now or I can tell you later on the intel.
You can tell us now. We're all in confidence here.
Okay, according to the chieftain, they got an army that is ready to march on the city in a few weeks' time. That's why Dad is currently going out. He wants, if what we're thinking is right, he's gonna take the main battle group down the middle, and we're gonna have groups. We're gonna have two groups on the side. This comes from him, and he wants me to ask if you guys are really willing, I should say, to take part in this.
Of course. As Lulu says, and the rest mirror it. Don't look. It's not for you.
I know, I did. From what I don't know yet, but from what this chieftain has said, they have a beast that guards specific areas.
Mhm.
So depending on what the plan is, it'll all hit. But we will let you know when it goes down.
All right. And Raul sits up straight and is like, you do that. I want a piece of this.
Be very wary though.
Mhm.
A lot of necromancy. So from what we understood, majority of their army is the undead.
At this point, his grins is like, well then, I guess I might have some advantage. And he unsheaths the sword, and you haven't seen it yet, and it forms into this glowing white Kopesh blade, which you're not even that familiar with that kind of sword. And I mean, your character isn't, not you. And he's like, this will burn the dead.
Ooh, were you in? And I say the town or the city or the place where that other continent that was up north.
The capital city there.
Yep.
And he looks around and like, yeah. And he disperses it. And the rest of them are like, couldn't have been easy getting in there. Like, it wasn't, but I am from there, so.
And he had Tangar with him.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Carney and I come from behind. It's like, so what's happening now?
Just discussing the orc hordes. And they're dead.
Sir Carney, whatever happened to those other three that were with the orc chieftain?
They were interrogated first. They didn't know much. And it seems that at least this group has kept things very quiet. I don't think most of the orcs even know what their plans are.
Pretty much most of the orcs for you, they just charge first, ask questions later.
Indeed.
And I assume they were, after all what info you got out, they were taking care of.
Oh, they're dead.
That's what I thought.
So, I guess there's been things happen around the capital.
Yeah, I've been hearing that too.
Yeah. Dinah said there was a kidnapping. No.
Nope.
Not kidnap, but Kidnap said something about a prisoner transport that she would like us to take part of. Because it's a dwarf who wants to be charged in Dwarven instead of the capital, which she figures that either way there's going to be the death penalty. But she also believes that the dwarf just wants to have a chance of escaping. So I figured we could go with the warg carrying, because if anything happens, the wargs have a great sense of smell. And we can easily track the dwarf back down and bring him back to either the capital, where we can just have the dwarves come over here, or we just finish our journey. And then there was Abzuo, I believe?
Abwezu.
Abwezu, who was talking about a kidnapping. she'd like us to search for as well.
Hmm.
And that's from what I've heard of today.
I feel like our skills could be useful in either case.
Mage district?
Yes.
The ambassador of the mage district.
Senator.
Senator.
Sorry.
Came up and asked if we could do it, because one of the people he knows just moved into the city.
Mhm.
His daughter with him as well. But they left something behind, and she's having a fit about it. Was her favorite toy, and he's asking us to do a simple toy retrieval.
Barakas nods. Well, I can guarantee that whoever we help will be closer allies to us then.
Boost our relationship with.
Hmm.
We could split into 2 parties, and three parties, I suppose. That'd be more difficult, where we could do 2 parties and then do one of them together.
Alright.
Which I feel we should do the prisoner transfer together and then go our separate ways for the other 2.
That sounds sensible.
Actually, as we're doing this, I'd rather have it like we were talking in the main study.
Alright. So you lead the way and we all just go into it then.
Mhm.
Except I'm switched with blue right here. Yep. So I'm just gonna as we were talking, I walked over, removed the case.
You put like a rug over it?
Yeah, or just like a blanket.
Mhm.
Move over, and I just put the hand on the crystal.
Mhm.
And as we were talking, it just like doesn't do a zoom in view. It just moves around. It doesn't zoom in at all.
Yeah. Have any particular spot?
Where we said we would start and then go separate ways. Where you said?
Yep, so we start with the prisoner transport for Dinah.
Okay.
And then after that, we can do the kidnapping or whichever you guys choose to do. You can do just kidnapping if you want, then we'll go for the retrieval.
Okay.
So it's up to you guys, because you've been doing this longer than we have.
They nod, think about it, and they say they'll go after the kidnapping.
Alright.
Alright, that leaves us with the toy retrieval then.
Easier said than done.
What makes you think this would be a difficult thing and have any kind of problems?
There's always problems along the way.
Yeah, come on.
What if there just wasn't, though?
That would be a really boring campaign portion.
Yeah.
I would be sad. My ward would be sad.
Alright. And Barakas holds out his arm, and his iguana bat comes, and he writes a message and puts it in its little ankle case. He said, Shard, or take that to Paladin Dinah. He throws out his hand, and it flies off through a window.
To the senator?
Yep.
Sorry, I said when we do it, but we'll get to it.
Yep.
And Katrina, for the nomads, just writes it down, but she has Volu sign it
Okay.
and sends her raven out.
They nod. Alright, and that's the end of it.
I feel like by now my alignment changed to